Yeah, so if we were sat here 10, 11 years ago, we would be citing Ken Rogoff, Carmen Reinhart, 90% debt to GDP being an impediment to growth, the IMF view, the fear of bond vigilantes. I'm afraid it's a sort of an intellectual level that theory has been, if not discredited, certainly given us the back seat. But I do think deficits remain important, but for probably very different reasons than the headline reporting suggests. Deficits are important when the composition of that spending is bad, represents poor value for money. Deficits don't matter if investors continue to believe that that is investing in productive capacity over the long term, be it human capital, intangible capital, physical capital. And at the moment, the bond markets are saying, look, there is borrowing here that is protecting the economic output of major developed countries. So we're keeping the faith. We will be talking about it very quickly again, though, if that pivots during the recovery to maybe politicians learning the wrong lessons from this period, that they can use that expenditure to start to fund pet projects, reduce taxes, develop structural tax gaps that aren't productive over the long term.
Simon, my second point to follow that on, given your answer, is that governments have the wherewithal, have the ability to continue throwing money at support schemes such as the furlough schemes, which will then in their turn support the corporations and perhaps then back underlying assets in the market.
Yes, they have been able to do that, but there is a tricky second album for all policymakers at the moment, which is how do you manage the desire to let creative destruction, the economy adjust to new patterns of demand? How do you do that with furlough still and job protection schemes around the world still in existence? And the reality is it's going to have to be a blended approach. And I don't think any policymaker should be self-assured enough to be confident they'll get the balance right. It's going to have to be an element of trial and error. Much as we're on the science side, this is a novel virus. On the labour market side, we simply don't know how quickly or indeed how permanent these adjustments in pattern to demand will be, and how much capital and specifically labour is just in the wrong part of the economy and needs the state to support a transition.